Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Lindberg, as you know, I come from California, and we are very much in the specialty crop business, really proud of the whole agricultural industry in California and to be the #1 agriculture producing state, as I remind my colleagues. We traditionally, by virtue of having such a heavy concentration of specialty crops, haven't participated as much in the work of the USDA in the sense of being a recipient of support from the department. But there are a number of programs that are hugely important to us: the market access program, the technical assistance for specialty crop program, the regional agricultural promotional program, and the assisting specialty crop exports. I'd like to get your thoughts on those programs, whether you see their value, whether we can count on you to be a champion for those efforts.
Senator, thank you for the question. And my wife's uncle is actually a fruit farmer in the great state of California, a longtime specialty crop producer there. I've spoken with him many times about the importance of these exact programs with respect to helping create those markets for our specialty crops overseas. And I absolutely commit to working with our export promotion programs to make sure our fruit farmers and other specialty crop producers have those chances to export their products.
I would say also that a lot of the research that's done by USDA helps the specialty crop farms in dealing with different pests, diseases, et cetera, that really threaten the livelihood of what they produce. And the layoff of some of these important personnel is of grave concern. So we would also ask you to push back against the firing of these important scientists and researchers who are doing work that can literally save us billions in agricultural output. Mr. Westhill, I wanted to ask you about the USDA's history and the present. And in terms of the history, obviously the department has an incredible history, very important institution in our society going back to the days of Lincoln. But yet it also has a record of some pervasive discrimination. What is your commitment to making sure that the USDA serves a diverse group of farmers? In California, we not only have an extraordinarily diverse set of crops, we have an extraordinarily diverse set of farmers. And I want to make sure that farm programs are accessible to all the farmers, and not only is there no discrimination, but there are affirmative efforts made to make sure that farmers are aware of these programs and that that there is the outreach so that all can participate. And I'd like to get your thoughts on combating the historic discrimination within the department and also making sure that we're reaching a diverse group of farmers in the country.
Senator, thank you for the question. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your interest in civil rights at USDA and its history. There's a long history of discrimination at USDA. I've read the book on it. I've talked to your colleagues about those issues. I didn't see those issues when I served in the role as Deputy Assistant Secretary in the first term, but to the extent that they exist at all today, that there are barriers to accessing USDA programs or participating as a rancher or a farmer, no matter what you're producing. With USDA programs, we want to make sure that those barriers are knocked down. I'm committed to that. I'm committed to making sure that everyone can do business with USDA on equal footing, no matter their race or any other protected characteristic under civil rights law.
Thank you. And Mr. Lindberg, I don't know whether this is going to become necessary. I guess it depends on how long the tariff fight goes on. Farmers in California, like I think around the country, would much rather farm and trade and sell than be reliant on government support. But if there is a fund established to help farmers that are injured by retaliatory or other tariffs, in the past, specialty crop farmers have really not participated very much, and those in California even less. What can you do to make sure that there are resources available to help make those farmers whole, even as there has traditionally been much more attention on the commodity growers?
Senator, I believe that there were going to be a number of new trade deals signed in the not-too-distant future, that those programs will not be necessary. But should they become necessary, I will absolutely commit to making sure that the specialty crop producers in our country are represented and have the chance to apply, just like any other farm commodity groups.
And that may require some adjustment of how those programs operate, since the trees have a much longer life, a much higher investment, and many of the farmers don't have the same long history of farming the same crops. So there are some artificial barriers, I think, to participation, and would like to work with you to overcome them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.